Tech Talk Tuesday with ASW. I'm Ben Harmon, and today we're going to be talking about how to clean and disinfect your microphones. So we have some demonstrations of microphones here. So we got a few different types. We got a lavalier, some handhelds, and a gooseneck. The same kind of principles apply to cleaning any microphone. So we're just going to go over cleaning one or two, and you can just take those principles to clean all your mics. Alright, so here's some of the supplies that you're going to need to clean your microphones. So we've got some liquid detergent or dish soap here. We've got some rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. And we got a container, so this is just some warm water with some dish soap in it. And then we've got another container here which is 80% alcohol and 20% water, and that's your disinfecting solution. You're also going to want probably a cloth, a toothbrush, and then something to grab out foam from inside the microphones can be helpful depending on what microphone you're doing. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll get started, and we'll just go ahead and take this microphone here and we'll go ahead and start cleaning it. So for a lot of handheld microphones or any kind of microphone, you always want to make sure that you're taking off the parts that you can to clean. So in this case, we've got the grill here. We're going to pull that off. We'll just set that to the side. And we've got some foam inside here. It's recommended that you try and get this out. So you can get in here very gently with a pair of pliers and just pull this foam out. You want to try and get it taken apart as much as you can so you can clean it well. And you always want to make sure that you're not getting any water on your sensitive components here. So with these two items, we can go ahead and we can actually put them in the water, and we can just take a toothbrush to them to clean them. So we're just going to clean this with some soap and water, and that will just clean up any dirt or grit that's been building up in there. Make it nice and shiny and new. Obviously, you can take your time to do this. You can take it under the microscope if you want and get it all really nice and clean there. So once we're satisfied that this is clean enough, what we can do is we can dip it in our disinfecting solution. So what this is going to do is this is going to disinfect and kill any germs or whatnot that's still on there. And then we can just set it here and just give it a quick dry. And we'll set that to the side while that dries. And then same thing with the foam. You can dip it in your soapy water solution. You can clean it and just give it a gentle rub. And then once you're decided it's clean enough, squeeze it out, and then you can take it over to your disinfecting solution and you can clean it in there. And again, just give it a quick squeeze, and then we can let it just dab dry there. So we'll let those dry while we take the microphone here. And with the microphone like this, you want to be careful that you don't get any water. So what you can do is you can take your cloth, dip it sparingly in a little bit of soapy water, and then just use that to kind of clean the microphone. You want to avoid going around any microphone elements or switches like we have on this mic, and away from any connectors as well. You just want to kind of go around those areas and clean up the microphone as best you can. And once that's done, you can just dry it off. And then you can take some of your disinfecting solution. Maybe you might want to use a clean rag if you're really trying to disinfect things. And you can just take that, and then you can just give it a good disinfecting. Again, avoiding all switches and microphone elements and connectors. And we'll just set that down to dry. And once everything's dry, you can go ahead and put it all back together. It's recommended that you have 72 hours of drying time if you clean some foam. You want to make sure there's no water in it before you assemble it. So just make sure whatever you do, it's nice and dry before you put it all back together. And that's basically it. So some warm soapy water to clean and some isopropyl alcohol with water mixture to disinfect, and you're good to go. Thanks for joining us with ASW's Tech Talk Tuesday. I'm Ben Harmon, and we'll see you next time.